Hello guys, MikuChibi here and welcome back to another banner review, and today we're gonna have a look at this latest banner, the Aqua Dream Selection Order, which is a summer themed banner that showcased summer skill that was released between 2018 and 2022. And sure, about the banner itself, it is a guaranteed banner where you can get a guaranteed 4-star on your last pull, the 11th pull, and it costs 2500 Arcana Gem to summon on. And there are 32 skills in this banner, so there is kind of a lot, but at the same time really good if you're looking for summer skills that you don't have, or you just want to collect some theme collection. Yeah, and we're gonna review all the skills here just to see how good they are and give my opinion on it, and also ask the question if this banner is worth the summon on. So this banner is available for 11 days, so pretty short duration. And these are the skills that are showcased, not all of them, not all 32. So I mean, it's pretty hard to showcase all 32 in one scroll, right? But yeah, there's some of the skills here, and we have 0.125% chance to get another 4-star, so that is pretty low, and it's basically same as a birthday, like birthday filia or something, or filia pretty much better. And you have 3.125 chance to get a skill that you're looking for. But yeah, so let's have a look at all the rest of the skills. Let's start with the old skill. We have Sultry Summer Night Asuna. It is a Frost Water Rapier skill with 680% damage, 6 hit AoE. It gives you a buff that increases your critical damage by 18% for 15 seconds. A decent buff, but there are better skills that can do that too, or even give more buff or debuffs. Summer Girl Koharu, a passive skill that gives you 30% crit rate and also 50% bleed resistant. I would say it is a good passive to have on your ring if you're fighting a boss that apply a lot of bleed, such as GOG. Welcome Summer Yuuki, a slash water sword skill with 520% damage AoE. It gives you a buff to increase your crit rate by 40% for 15 seconds, and I would say it is a weak skill with a semi-decent buff that most of the time you won't really use the crit rate buff, since most of the endgame content you won't be able to crit the boss anyway. Starry Summertime Lisbeth is a blonde fire mace skill with 500% damage AoE. It gives an HP buff that recover 1.3% of your max HP for 60 seconds, and you can give the buff to a party member if you use it on Switch. It was decent back in the days, but nowadays you don't really need it. Summer Drink Silica, a slash water dagger skill with 560% damage AoE. It can apply poison at a specific rate for 30 seconds. And you definitely don't need this skill when there are a better dagger skill that can apply 4 elements. Summer Shot Leafa, a slash of spear skill with 380% damage. It is a mod fodder that can give your mod 100% crit damage for 2 slots, and I would say it is a not bad mod fodder if you can crit, but I do believe there are better mod fodder out there that are better than it. Sunset Beach Sinon, a passive skill that increases healing from healing pots and plants by 23% and also 10% status element resistant. Not gonna lie, it is a bad passive skill ever seen it got released. Twilight Beach Sachi, a frost water spear skill with 620% damage AoE. It puts a debuff where enemies' defense get reduced by 26% for 10 seconds. And I would say it is not a bad debuff, but we have a better debuff, especially against enemy defense, up to 100% reduced. Shining Sunshine Yuuki, a slash holy sword skill with 660% damage if I hit single target. It has a bonus that gives the skill 25% attack to enemy when they use the break. But that bonus isn't really important because the increase in break gadget amount, that is the one really important, and it is really good for endgame content such as Chaos Showdown level 175 Dalos, or for GOG that requires slash or holy break. Plus 96 break value is really good. Radiant Seaside Asuna, a slash wind rapier skill with 600% damage AoE. It gives you a wind resistant buff up to 72% for 10 seconds, and also switch gain. It is a nice buff, but most of the time you don't really need it and you want something else to provide better buffs. Shy Seaside Koharu, a water blonde main skill with 630% damage per hit AoE. It gives the party buff, a 30% attack for 20 seconds, and this is not a bad skill if you want to go for a support mace build and want to buff your party members. And this one can be a good on your connect mace. And lastly, we have Midsummer Sunlight Leafa, a slash water axe skill with 500% damage for 3 hit AoE. Nothing special about these skills other than that you can use it with the 3-star Agil skill to farm weapon XP for your axe levels, which I usually do. Nice animation and you can keep spinning. And that was the all summer skills from 2018, and let's move on to 2019. From 2019 we have Summer Straw Hat Yuna, a blunt holly mace skill with 700% damage on a target. It has a debuff that reduces enemies' slash attack by 80% for 50 seconds and a decent bonus. 50% crit rate against enemy with a slash attack and 10% of your own current HP as additional damage. Decent mace but not really needed on your mace set. Summer Beauty Asuna, a pass skill that gives you a small attack percent, 3.6%, and also reduce 30% from slash attack from the enemy, and also 60% stun resistant. I would say this passive can be great on your ring if you're fighting monsters that apply a lot of stuns. Really good passive for your ring. Summer Splash Sinon, a frostwater bow skill with a charging mechanic. 900% damage AoE when you charge it and will deal 25% more damage against enemy with a buff effect, and also reduce the enemy stack by -2. And if you don't use your charge, it will deal instead 490% damage and only reduce enemy stack by -2. I would say it's a decent skill to have as a fodder when you need it to reduce enemy stacking, for example for GOGs. Otherwise, it is a bad skill other than being a situational mod fodder. Summer Dream Sachi, a pass skill that increases your crit rate by your armor level, max 56% crit rate, and add attack power by 10% if you have a buff that increases your crit damage. This is a decent passive, but kinda useless at the same time since you'd rather have something better in your set. That were only those 4 summer skills from 2019, and let's move on to 2020. We have Shy Mermaid Sinon, a frost wind bow skill with 960% damage to hit AoE. It is an awakening skill that gives you 39% wind damage buff for 8 seconds, and it has 2 bonus. One that gives you 500 attack for each Kirito skills in your set, and also lower your HP by 33% of your max HP times by how many enemy you hit. And this is a great suicide skill for your suicide bow build if you want to reduce your HP, but you don't really need it since there are other ways to reduce your HP. But I would say it's still a good skill, and like myself, I still use it on my bow build. Mermaid Dancer Yuuki, a slash earth sport skill with 160% damage to hit single target. It is basically the same as Piercing Hero, but without any switch gain and has more SP usage. I would say it is a worse version of Piercing Hero if you want my opinion on it. Beautiful Mermaid Alice. It is a pass skill that gives you 340 flat defense and also increase your earth damage by 80% to the enemy. A decent passive skill for your sword build if you need more defense in your stats. Lovely Mermaid Lisbeth, a power rise pass skill that gives you 660 flat attack, 23% wind damage, and also 18% attack if you don't have any other skills in your set. Otherwise, you will get instead 820% additional damage if you have Alice in your set. I would say not a bad power rise, but there are better wind power rise that is also non-awakening. Summer Flash Asuna, a frostwater raven skill with 180% damage in your target. You can apply a debuff that increases your and your party members' water damage by 30% for 10 seconds, and it has a bonus that increases your crit damage by 20% against enemy with a slash attack. And this can be a decent awakening skill that rely on debuffing the enemy to help your party members to deal more water damage. So for GOG or when you're farming floor 31 Labyrinth. Summer Slash Alice, a passive skill that gives you 320 flat attack and boosts your water damage by 23%. Not a bad passive skill if you want to focus on a water build. Summer Crash Lisbeth, a passive skill that gives you more attack against enemy with a frostbite status, 20% attack increase, and also has a sleep resistance at 60%. This is another passive that is good to have on your ring for sleep resistant. Tropical Agil, a blonde water axe skill with 1120% damage AoE. You can apply frostbite at a specific rate for 30 seconds and has a bonus that increases your crit rate damage by 20% against enemies with a frost attack. I would say it is a decent awakening skill. For 2021 summer skills, we have Dragon God Dignity Koharu, a blonde wind mace skill with 1100% damage on target. It gives you and your party members 30% wind damage for 10 seconds, but also decreased 30% for other elements that you and your party member use. It has a bonus that gives you back 10 SP if you hit a crit with the skill. This is a decent support mace skill that only focuses on wind damage. Sea God Scheme Argo, a Frost Holy Spear mod with 1230% damage to hit AoE. It has two bonus, 50% damage when you use the Holy skill, the skill itself, and also restore 200 HP when you use the skill. And this is alright mod spear, but you prefer to have better bonus than restoring 200 HP. Yikes. Sea God Game Sinon, a power rise passive that gives you 660 flat attack, 23% wind damage, and if you have 3 or more Sinon skills in your set, you will gain 20% attack. This is a better version of the Lisbeth power rise, and it is also awakening. Really good passive, focus on wind build, and also really good for wind bow builds. Dragon God Leap Kirito, a blonde earth axe skill with 1430% damage in target. If you use it on switch, you will decrease the damage taken from the monster by 45% and also recover your HP by 1.3% of your max HP for 30 seconds. It's a decent axe skill if you plan to go for tank build because it has an aggro effect where you will mostly be the focus by the boss when you get the aggro. And lastly, we have 2022 summer skill record. Princess of the Sea Storm Leafa, a power skill that gives you 320 flat attack and also recover your HP by 1.3% of your max HP for 30 seconds. Decent passive, but not really needed. Ocean Princess Asuna, a frost fire rapier skill with 1210% damage 6 hit single target. It applies a debuff where you and your party member will get 30% crit rate when the enemy weakness has been found, and you also gain a bit switch gain to reach faster switch. It is a decent awakening rapier skill, but the debuff and the switch gain you don't really need when there are better rapier skills that can do the same or even better. All-consuming Whirlpool Argo, a slash wind dagger skill with 1160% damage to hit single target. It will lower enemy bleed resistance by 3% for 30 seconds and also increase the bleed damage by 90%. It can also lower enemy hit rate by 30% for 50 seconds. This is an awakening dagger skill that requires you to lower the enemy bleed resistance if the boss has high resistance. Only good for situational fights. Ruler of the Great Deep Kirito, a Frost Dark Bow skill mod with 1150% damage in a target. It has two bonus, 50% damage when you use the Dark skill, the skill itself, and if you have 2 Sinon or more in this set, you will gain 1000 flat attack. A good mod Dark Bow if you don't have one yet. Oh boy, that was many skills, and I have gave small info about them and my opinion. So now the question is this banner worth to summon on? Well, if you're only looking forward to collect skill record, then it's definitely worth to summon on if you're missing them. Otherwise, don't pull on this one. You don't really need any of the skills that I mentioned. Some are good, some are bad, but definitely not really worth it, and you might get them when you do some other banners. There are some skills that are in the general pool, like the Ocean Princess, All-Consuming Whirlpool, the Grave of the Deep Sea, and also we have the free Agil banner. They also give Tropical Agil, so yeah. So don't summon on it, use a bait, and save your Arcana gems, because maintenance is just about 1 day from now. So that's for me. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoy my information about the banner and my banner review, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care now, and bye bye.